Out with the bees again, finally. Been going around the last couple of days, just checking, checking, seeing what's going on. Haven't taken many apart, haven't really looked inside many brood boxes. Mainly, like I say, hefting. If we do have anything real light, then I have been giving them about 5 litres of syrup. But to be fair, we fed hard in the autumn. They basically took on board probably, it'd be the last week of October, I think it was the last round that we did. And we literally did 2 rounds in a week, covered 500 hives. Well, covered 1,000 hives really in a week. We gave them 5 litres the first round, so the Monday, Tuesday and the Wednesday morning. Then we went back round again and gave them another 5 litres of syrup the day we started off then Wednesday afternoon, second round. Wednesday afternoon, Thursday, Friday. So we fed them really hard, really hard, and boy, it's paid off. We've got other colonies in other parts of the country which aren't struggling, but they're not carrying as many stores as we've got in our bees here in Herefordshire. And I'm just so happy to be back out, really, back out seeing, back out in all the orchards, seeing what we're doing. This is a real nice site. This is they were 2021 nukes. They were overwintered last winter, and they moved here last March. I think we brought them into this site last March, and had 2 crops off them last year. Very good. We have had some losses, but not this winter. We kind of had losses. They swarmed basically towards the end of last season, and that was because we ran out of equipment. We didn't have enough supers, etc. So yeah, they swarmed, but we're more geared up for it this year. We've got equipment in the right place at the right time. We're not driving 2.5 hours to another zone within the business to pick up equipment. We've got all our supers here. We've got 26 or 30 pallet loads of supers in a shed, our main base. So we're here, we're there, we're ready to go. We can even make our own syrup now, so which is great news. But yeah, so what am I seeing as I go around all our kind of colonies? I think we've looked at probably 250, 300 now that I'm here. Only really cracked open 4 and had a good look through, mainly in different areas of the county. Seeing some old brood, kind of like your old cap brood from which is probably left over from when we had that kind of fake spring back 2-3 weeks ago. We were up to 13, 14 degrees in places. So there's still a bit of that knocking around on frames. But yesterday, kind of noticed it was warm here yesterday. It was up in the 12-13s yesterday. Kind of noticed the queens laying again. One we looked at in an overwintered nuke, the queen was laying eggs again. So fingers crossed that this cold. Well, it was cold this morning. It's -1. Fingers crossed that we get some level pegging weather. I don't think we're going to get warm weather, but if we can get some just level weather that is just going to either stay warm or slightly cold, that would be good, just so that the colonies can they know where they are. The queens know where they are. Because what we don't want is to go back into another real cold spell now, because that will confuse everything. It'll even confuse me. So we're reckoning we're not reckoning, we know we're about 2 weeks behind in this area. on what we were last year. This time last year we were kind of doing a second, well, we were still doing the first round of feeding, because, well, we weren't here to do the first round, if that makes sense, because we'd moved into the area. But this time last year we were doing feeding, and we were actually I think we were putting one super on everything, pretty much this time last year. So yeah, so we're about 2 weeks behind, 2 to 3 weeks behind on what we were last year, but you know, hopefully we can catch up as we go along. The long range forecast doesn't seem to show much of the old yellow stuff in the sky, or orange stuff, whatever, depends what book you read. But fingers crossed, fingers crossed. I'm out in I ordered a new Swainty bee suit, a Swainty Breeze. I bought that from Griff. Second day in it, absolutely love it. Think it's an awesome suit. A little bit big for me, but I'm a great believer in a bigger bee suit is better anyway. So yeah, so suit's going well. I've got my BJ Sheriff veil back on, not because I don't like the veil for this, it's just that I love my BJ Sheriff veil, the vest veil, just because, well, it's foolproof really. There's only one zip on it, just the one across the front, so unless you forget to do that zip up, which I have done, so I'm not going to say anyone that forgets to do it up is off their rocker, because I have done it. Yeah, unless you get to zip the one zip up, then you don't get no bees in there. Whereas I find when I have the ones that go on the suits, I can be in a rush, or I can be doing something and I don't zip one up quite well, and then I get bees in the veil, and then I get stung on my eye, and it's not good. It's not good. But yeah, anyway, so happy to be back out with the bees, just doing a bit of hefting and shuffling around. Yeah, hopefully we're going to get a bit busy on the old YouTube, making some videos. I'm just going to carry on doing kind of this laid back, very, I say very, but not edited kind of platform if I can. I just want to kind of, yeah, want to record stuff for myself, and I want you guys just to see us raw footage of what we're doing, and you know, if we make mistakes, we make mistakes, and I'll show you with them, I'll share them with you. But yeah, this is kind of how we're going to go with the rest of the season, and yeah, we'll go with it. Anyway, we'll see you on the next one. Just a quick one. We have some roofs on our hives that are, well, they're very old. And the history of them is, so I'm told, is that they were actually like a corrugated iron type thing, and they were then rolled with a steamroller just after the war, to flatten them out, just because the bee farmers that owned them before us, or maybe even a couple of generations before us, they couldn't afford to go out and buy sheet metal, and more, I would say that it wasn't available just after the war, so they recycled. The main trait of a bee farmer is recycling.